What's up, bookish babes? Welcome or welcome back to another channel, y'all. I've been MIA all March, and that's mainly because I've really been trying to figure some stuff out, and I was sick, then the kids was out for spring break, and then we took trips, and then it was a lot. March was a lot. So I never got around to doing April TBR in March. Or what? I feel like I didn't do a March TBR. I don't know. I don't know what I did. I just know I posted 2 videos in March, which is crazy. But today's video, we're going to be going over all the books that I read in the month of March, what I rated them, my thoughts and opinion on them, and so on and so forth. And majority of these books was read on my Kindle because, like I said, busy month. And my Kindle, I can carry that thing with me anywhere, everywhere I go. So the first book we're going to start off with is Amari and the Despicable Wonders. That is book 3 in the Supernatural Investigation. It's a middle grade book, y'all. Ever since I read the very first Amari book, I've been obsessed. I've honestly been obsessed, and I gave this book a 3.75. I absolutely love Amari. I love everything about the books. Like, although it's middle grade, it is very entertaining. I really enjoyed it. If you haven't read any of the Amari books, I say read them if you haven't, like I said. But they're really good. I really enjoyed reading about their friendship. They're like wizards and dragons, and like it's just it's like a supernatural world basically. But like I said, I gave that book a 3.75, and after I finished reading that, I dove straight into Onyx Storm. Now I still have that reading vlog. I have to finish editing and upload it out so you guys can see, but I feel like it was a whole bunch of nothing going on in Onyx Storm. Like, I feel like it was a whole bunch of nothing. I gave the book a 3-star. Like, I really love Fourth Wing. I enjoyed Iron Flames. Onyx Storm was a bit confused. We was a bit confused. And I feel like for a while, it put me in this kind of reading slump. Like, I didn't want to read anything after I read Onyx Storm because I was very much just not in the mood to read after reading that book. I feel like it put me in a, like I said, a slump. Like, I don't know. And it wasn't one of those, like, you read this super good book that you feel like you can't, if you read another book, like, it's not going to add up to the book you read. No. It was just like, I just read that book and it just made me not even want to read anything else because it was stupid type of book club. So, yeah. Then I dove back into the Danger family, y'all. I love them brothers. Like, oh my God. They... So we read Captivated by Danger, which is about, which brother is this about? It's about Diesel Danger, who they say has a God complex. Now, he ran into Grayson McCree, and the way, I think he was looking for like a submissive. He was like a dom submissive type of relationship between those two. I don't know, remember how he met her, but he ends up moving her into his house. He met her in the same small town that his brother met the girl he was dating, that he ends up being his assistant in no, not in Tree. What was the first book called? What was the first book called? Oh, Tempted by Danger. His brother met this girl who lives in some city. Diamond met Quincy. She lived in some city inside of Florida, like a small island in Florida or whatever. And that's where Diesel met Grayson. Same brother, same city. Yeah. I gave it what did I give this book? Why is it not showing? I gave it a 4-star. I really. Oh yeah, it erased my star. That's why. That's crazy. I gave it a 4-star. I really enjoyed Diesel's story because, like I told y'all, this man was a freak. He was very freaky boy. Then we read Intrigued by Danger, which is about the other brother named Declan. Now, Declan was married with a son, and his wife, for some reason, she kind of checked out of the marriage because I guess she didn't want to move to this small town where his brothers moved to. And Declan always felt like the outcast of the brothers. He felt like whatever he didn't amount to anything because his brothers kind of outshined him, and he kind of felt the way about it or whatever. And he ends up finding out that his wife was cheating on him, and his wife got everything she deserved. I'm just gonna say it. She got everything that she deserved because the way she went about things with Declan and how she just brushed off his feelings and made him feel like he wasn't worth anything, and this man worshipped the ground she walked on. And he ends up going out and doing the same thing. I got you can't even say it's cheating because she opened the marriage. She was just like, I want to be in an open relationship. But when she seen he was doing what she was doing, oh, let's close it. You need to stop doing what you're doing type thing. I get a book of 5 star. I really enjoyed Intrigued by Danger. Like, that was my favorite book out the whole series. After reading that, I went back and read All I Wanted, All I Needed by A.E. Valdez. I think I started this book like a year or two ago, and it was not holding my attention when I read it then. So I went back and read it this month, March, and gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It's in the, what's this series called? Sunshine and Ace is book 1. And if you I read A Worthy Love by A. Valdez, and that was my favorite book that's one of my favorite books of hers. And when I read that one, I really enjoyed the friend group, her friends, and all that. But then I realized it was a series where you had to pick up from book 1. And I think A Worthy Love was like book 4. Is it book 4? Oh, well, it don't even say it's a part of the series. But it's about, who is about? What her name? Marissa. And this one, A Worthy Love, is about Harlow. So if you read A Worthy Love, then you met Harlow in A Worthy Love. But All I Wanted, All I Needed is about Harlow. She ends up getting a job in, where is my uncle stay? I think Seattle. She ended up moving to Seattle after she broke it off with her longtime boyfriend and getting a job there as a yoga instructor, and basically living her life for herself versus living her life for her boyfriend, who was a professional athlete. And her life got so much better there. Like, it was just so good. I gave this book a 4 star. I really enjoyed reading Harlow's story and getting to know her and learning what she had going on, and basically getting how her and her husband end up together from, like I said, reading from Worthy Love. So yeah. Then I read book 2 in the Soul Tide trilogy, Saint Baptiste, y'all. I gave it a 3 stars. Saint ain't ish. Saint is not ish, y'all. The way this man, like, he one of the type of people that want their cake and eat it too. The way he was treating old girl, how he just, I guess he felt like, okay. I guess he felt like she wasn't going to go anywhere. She wasn't going to stop messing around with him. And she was actually in love with him. But the things he was doing was disgusting. And I was just like, this man is not going to learn until this girl stopped messing with him. And then she did. And then he walked around like a sad puppy, like she owed him something or she did something to him. So, yeah. Now, I read Can't Get Enough by Candy Ryan. I'm not going to say much about this book because it haven't came out yet, and it comes out May. So I'm not going to say much about it, but I gave it a 4.75, y'all. Hendrix. Oh, that book did something to my spirit. It did something to my spirit, y'all. I really enjoyed it. Just know I gave it a 4.75. I really enjoyed it. And when it comes out, you need to read it. You need to read. You need to read it. I enjoyed it. I'm not even gonna lie, I enjoyed it. But then again, I can be biased because it's Candy Ryan. But I really enjoyed it. The next book I read was The Reckoning, which is Zodiac Academy book 3. I got a book of 5 star. Yeah, I really am enjoying the crap out of the Zodiac Academy. Now, I was in Books a Million to buy book 4 because, like I told y'all, these books are like $30 a pop, $30 to $25 a pop. And although I spend crazy amounts of money on books, I just I don't know. But anyways, I was in a books meeting about book 4, and this girl, she stopped me and she was like, it was a reading order to it. But when I want to say when Larry Reed was reading it, she just read it straight through. And she was like, it was, y'all got to stop giving strangers my number. Let's get that out the way. But she sent me this little reading chart right here where it's supposed to be like a order to read it. So you read 1 through 3, and then you started Dark Fae, Savage Fae, Vicious Fae, Broken Fae, Warrior Fae, and then you go in book 4, and then Foxtail, and then Zodiac Academy. Zodiac Academy 0.5, Zodiac Academy 1.5. Like, listen. I just want to read the Zodiac Academy series straight through. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I feel like I don't care about the rest of them. Like, I don't know. Let me know if you read Zodiac Academy. Did you follow this, or did you just read Zodiac Academy straight through? And what was your thoughts and opinions on it? But like I said, I gave it a 5 stars. I really enjoyed Zodiac Academy. Did I show y'all that lady number? Okay, I didn't. Ooh, I'll check back in editing. But yeah, so let me go back to what I was doing. Let's go back to where I was. Like I said, I gave it a 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. Now, last month, February, I read Luca, the Eisenberg Effect book by Gray Huffington. So I just jumped straight into Ledge, and then I realized I needed to finish Lyric and Lake book and then go into Ledge, because if you read Ledge without reading Lyric and Lake book, it kind of spoils stuff. So I started Ledge, but then I paused it, and then I picked up on Lyric book, and I gave it a 3.75, y'all. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed the Eisenberg siblings until reading Ledge, because I just am obsessed with the Eisenberg family. I feel like they're so family oriented, and the way that Lake and Luca take care of Lyric like she their own child, and how they always looking out for her and caring for her and making sure she's safe and making sure like nobody can play with her. Like, Luca ended up in jail for her boyfriend for putting his hands on her, and it is so good, y'all. Like, I really enjoy Gray Huffington world, where it's the Eisenberg effect, the domino effect. The domino effect is Ledge and Law, which are twins that happens to be Luca, Lyric, and Lake's brother. Am I spoiling this? I don't know. I feel like I'm spoiling it, but y'all, it's so good. Like, I just want to continue the series, and I hope that as I get further into the family, like, it continues to, like, we continue to see Luke and Lake and Lyric and Ledge and Law. Like, I hope, like, I know I haven't finished Law. Well, I haven't started Law yet, where it's the second book in the Domino Effect, which is Ledge's twin brother. I haven't started that one yet, but when I do, I'm diving straight into, I think it's like the Berkeley family, the Berkeley effect. I think that's what it is. I don't know, but yeah, I end up reading Lyric. It's basically my brother's best friend type of vibe, and I love Lyric, y'all. She's just so sweet and caring, and the way that she always willing to assist people around her and always there for her, that, like, she's a baddie, basically. I gave it a 3.75. I really enjoyed reading about Lyric. And then I read Lake's book, which is book 3, and I gave that book a 4.5. Y'all, Lake is freaking hilarious. I love Lake. Like, Lake is one of those people that give you a hard, quote unquote, give you a hard time, but that man is smart. Like, he's an architect. Like, he built all his family homes. He designed them, built them. Like, when Luca got out of jail, he had him a house prepared, ready, car. Like, he just caring, and he is willing to, like, do anything and everything, but that man is crazy. When it comes to a female that he love and care about, oh baby, he's going to war behind her, and I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see it. Like, this one is about Laike and Bailey. Now, Bailey was like his high school sweetheart or whatever. They dated since I think they was like 8. They knew each other since they was like 8, and they started dating and basically exploring things with each other. And he ends up telling Bailey one day, like, I want to go sow my wild oats. No, that he wants to break up because he wants to go mess around with other females, and if we're gonna be honest. So she let him go, and then when he seen my girl bossing up and dating other men, and his chest started hurting. My dude chest started hurting, and he wanted his girl back, and she wasn't with it for at first, and then so on and so on and so on. And y'all, those are all the books I read in the month of March. I have so many books I want to read in April, and law being one of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
I'm calling bullshit. Say you got it, but you ain't got nothing. Bad bitches don't